What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another Madden 13 video. Please do me a favor, take a moment, hit the like button, as well as subscribe to my channel if you aren't currently. Of course, I welcome your criticism in the comment section, and as always, while this plays at speed, I ask you to follow me on Twitter. My username is ShutdownSafety. This is the 4th or 5th installment of my Madden 25 gameplay example series, meant to show gamers and developers alike what we expect out of a next-generation football game. So I just want to take a moment here and say that a lot of times these plays do end up being touchdowns, but it's also important that a big part of these plays is being able to read what you see down the field effectively, whether it's a running or passing situation. One of the biggest problems Madden has is it lacks the consistency for you to be able to trust your eyes. So as we have Beanie Wells come out and receive this handoff, I want you to notice at this point I've got 3 blockers in front of me trying to execute second-level blocks. My fullback number 35 directly to our left, my tight end in front of me, and then over on the far right side, number 67, the tackle. And what happens is when these blocks are executed successfully, it allows football fundamentals to come into play. So right now, essentially what we have is a situation where I need to create an angle to the end zone that is going to allow me to outrun the faster players that are coming from the right side of the field, while also maintaining enough distance from Darryl Tapp that he's not going to come up and catch me and tackle me either. And when this all comes in together, it makes a very good looking play. Now, it's not without its flaws, and we're going to go back and look at those, but I just want to say for a second here, I like the fact that all these blocks are different. It gives the play an organic feel, it gives the play a realistic feel, but most importantly, there's not a whole lot of shifting and warping that makes you feel like this is completely animation-based. When Sherman comes over and interact with his linebacker, he does it completely from the side, and while you don't always want to see these pancake layout-style blocks, from time to time when positioning is correct, it's good to see somebody just get leveled on a block. Now, we also come up here, we take a look at D'Amico Ryans, who's going to interact with number 67, my tackle. And I like the fact that you can see Ryans is coming down at a pretty good angle in an attempt to still make a play on my halfback. And yeah, you know, there is a little bit of shifting that occurs here to bring him back into the block, but it's not nearly as bad as we've seen in other examples. And certainly this is a situation where I can live with that slight amount of shifting. Now, one of the other good things here is we come up here, we take a look at Collins, and he's going to be hit by my tight end, King. And I want you to notice that he continues to fight for position. He's actually going to try to spin off this block, even though it's a little late. I like to see that fight throughout the play. I don't want to see that situation where as soon as the block starts, the animation really dictates the entire outcome of the play, but certainly you want to see it held long enough where you can trust what's going on down the field and read it properly. Now, like I said, this isn't without its flaws. I want you to come up here and we're going to take a look at how number 67 and 35 have to come through the line, and of course there are key second level blockers, but look at how they get muddled up. I mean, you can see Sherman gets bent backwards here as he runs into my center. 67 kind of comes through clean, but he also has an opportunity to be hit by number 91 and held, and he's not. So to me, I'd like to see more stability in my line and a better way of players interacting with each other to come out of the line, because to me it's just a little messy. Now, of course, the other thing we want to talk about is the fact that I don't trip over my lineman. I run right through his legs, and I know some people are going to say, well, it's a video game and you were okay with shifting to get a block, but I'm really not okay when you've got a situation here where a defensive tackle pushes a lineman back into the backfield with the sole intention of disrupting this delayed run, and that actually doesn't get played out because I'm able to glide through the player. You know, when you have a defensive end or tackle pushing a lineman back, that should disrupt the timing of an outside run, even an inside run, delay, or draw, and have an impact on the play. When I can run through that lineman and it doesn't have an impact, again, that's where we start to see a breakdown in some fundamental football. Now, coming over here to take a look at the reactions on the right side of the field, you know, I like the fact that everybody kind of reacts a little differently, and you can see maybe ratings are being a little bit respected in terms of the reaction time. But again, one of the crippling issues in Madden is going to come down to the fact that pursuit angles are always kind of wrong when it comes to pursuing a ball carrier downfield. And again, it's no different here. As you can see, we start to run down the field, and all of a sudden, for no reason, I've got number 43 here that wants to cut back inside and there's really no reason that he shouldn't be pursuing to the end point, being the goal line, and trying to maintain position in front of the ball carrier. When I see him cut over here and run straight for about 3 yards, re-angling himself behind the ball carrier, that's a problem. It's unrealistic football, and it's something that needs to be corrected. It's pursuing to where the ball carrier is, not where he's going to be.